away to India. I already told you that I got married because I couldn't deal with not being able to be with the man I loved. So I married somebody else to numb my feelings. Okay. So, I then wanted to feel again. And it was a bit crazy, a little out of my mind, a little bit emotionally weird. And my friend Zora came over with this Bollywood movie to have Bollywood movie night to make me feel better. Well, the star of this Bollywood movie was an actor who I generally refer to as Mr. India. And she knew that whenever Yash broke my heart and whenever I was crying over him, I'd go over her house and I'd watch Mr. India on TV and I'd feel better. It was kind of like this thing. So Zora came over with one of Mr. India's movies. And we watched it. So by the end of that night, I had decided that I was getting a divorce and I was running away to India, never to come back. That if I couldn't have the man I love, I would at least have his world. Yes. Crazy, right? Well, I don't care. So I ran away to India. And I didn't do the touristy thing in India. I was dead set on being Indian. Why? Well, because the man I loved and I was still in love with rejected me over and over and over again because I was not Indian. And he was quite clear on that. And when I didn't understand it, Zora bammed it over my head. That he couldn't be with me because he was Indian. I didn't understand that, but she made sure I did. By watching lots of Indian movies that explained it. And explaining to me that Mr. India, see, he's in the movies, he's with Indian girls. You don't see him in the movies with white girls because Indian guys, they don't do that. And it's this big thing, and I had to learn about racial discrimination, religious discrimination from this situation. I had no concept of it before this. I had no concept of people couldn't marry who they wanted because of race or religion. Yeah, I grew up in a bit sheltered. I don't know. Everybody else, apparently, that's normal. But for me, that was completely abnormal. My family is a mix of religions, a mix of races. And it just seemed ridiculous to me. But I still wanted to be with Yash. And I knew I couldn't be with Yash because he was married with somebody else. And as far as I knew, he was happy. I hadn't talked to him in years. Actually, by the time I ran away to India, it's been about 1.5 years since I had talked to him. But I decided to get the divorce and run away to India about a month after he stopped talking to me. I want to be with Yash, and I still want to be with Yash. I went to India, I traveled India, and I made myself Indian because he rejected me because I was not Indian.